welcome to Natural 6.
Wow.
But not as we know it.
But hopefully kind of as you know it.
Yeah.
It's kind of how
Not
we
as
know,
we,
which is really
not
weird.
as we know it.
This is very different for us, but hopefully not too different for you.
Very
I mean,
much
we're still sitting in the same seats.
as you know it. Yeah.
Functionally,
But new chairs.
everything looks and
New
feels.
chairs.
The door is in a different place, but other than that,
But
I can
please,
see the dartboard from where I am.
yeah.
It's crazy.
a mad sentence.
Good
but,
grouping.
But please don't let. Thank you so much. I said that when I threw those 3 darts. But please don't let any of that bother you.
Do you think people have an idea of what the studio looks like in their head?
They have
do
to.
And do you think they'd be disappointed if they came to not our studio is a magnificent thing, but do you think people have an idea of what it's
When you
like?
say the studio, do you mean this immediate room?
I mean the ways in which we film. You know, many people don't even watch. Many people just listen.
That's
Yeah.
true.
A lot of people, when they I'm trying to picture the table, how do you guys sit? And we have one particular picture of the studio space with the table in it, and you send that, and they go, that table's huge.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, it is literally a black box that has an enormous table in the middle of it.
I am one of those people that thought that on University Challenge they did sit on
Yeah,
top of each
Like
other.
a double-decker bus. Yeah.
What an absolute like reality-breaking moment as a child when you find out they don't. Like it kind of like makes you question everything about television.
There is that great is it the Young Ones sketch or whatever where they're on it?
Oh
and
yeah,
they
where they're on it.
kick
And they
down and
kick
they
down a grenade, and they kick a grenade. They throw a grenade down. At the
yeah,
end
because everyone thought that it was on
Yeah.
top of each other. That's a very British neat reference.
Unlike University Challenge, we'll lose people with the young ones. We had them all. With I feel like whenever I listen to something or watch something, even as someone who has worked in let's say filmed media for 19 years nearly, I am still surprised by how many cameras and lights there are and microphones. Every time I see a true like BTS of something, I'm like, oh, of course, there's stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
And there is indeed stuff.
There is indeed stuff
There is.
everywhere.
And there's things.
and things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stuff and things, so many things.
Yeah.
Items.
Items.
Loot.
Yeah.
There's all-
No, please don't loot any of this. Please don't take any of it with you. It all belongs to the studio. It belongs to us.
It does belong to us. Well, we should say, like, for the avoidance of any sort of ambiguity for you, the production has proceeded on a pace uninterrupted and hopefully unblemished. Although there is, I guess, room for things to go wrong between us recording this and putting it out. But as long as nothing has changed, you will have had a story episode a fortnight ago. And you would have had Action Surge last week, and now you've just got a story episode again. But in reality, we have taken 2.5 months off.
Yeah.
We are in our own studio at Natural 6 Towers. We've gone.
It's been very lonely.
Yeah.
I've just sat in my house.
I thought you were going to say you've just sat here. Refused to help
Let him
with
in.
all the work
Yeah.
going on around.
We've just built this around him.
Yeah.
If anything, it's actually been more difficult.
Yeah.
It's made it more difficult.
So, welcome to episode 55 of our adventures in the world of Reliquia, and episode 1, in a sense, of our adventures from our new studio.
as an
space.
independent...
As an independent entity.
Yeah. Season
2.
An independent astral body.
Oh my god.
With
concept.
hurtling through an ever-expanding universe.
Emphasis on the ass.
Wait, is that
Thank you
Artemis
so
2?
much.
Not at this table.
Are we the Artemis 2 of us?
I think with the moon, with the backside
With
of
the,
the moon.
with the moon's ass.
Looking
Yeah.
for a parking space, yeah.
Looking for a parking space. Looking for a parking space in the moon's ass.
That's literally what they did. That was what they were doing. They were scoping it out because they want to go there
they
in
wanna
2
go
years' time.
Yes, to see where they can actually safely
Is that
land.
why it is?
Like when you know,
Is it
so,
Recon?
I think for a lot of people there's a lot of parking anxiety, particularly
Me,
if you
for
live, you know,
sure, yeah.
and people maybe street viewing an area that they're going to drive to first to see
Yeah.
where in that ass they're going to park.
Are we allowed to talk about this?
No. Yeah, you can if you want.
That she has parking anxiety.
But that I passed my test and I can drive now.
Yay! I was
Watch out,
reminded
world.
listening to an old episode or an old something that you don't know how to ride a bike as well.
Yeah, all right. Let's just lay out all.
Yeah,
the
it was
security.
one of these
Wow. How to
episodes which
whistle.
was like...
Yes, I can whistle.
Can you whistle and ride a bike at the same time?
No,
Well, no, she
but I
can't
can-
ride it. Funnily enough, I can't ride a bike, but if I whistle, so I really can.
That does have the sort
She's
of thing
Team
people
Ireland
would be
BMX
doing.
in the Olympics. She whistles.
If I hold one ear and if I whistle.
All of a sudden I can balance.
You know when she's about to ride because she starts going.
We'll take you to the park and we'll teach you how to ride a bike.
That actually sounds like a nice
That
fun.
does
That sounds
sound
lovely, doesn't
Because
it?
I would feel terrible pressure, especially if it's something that typically people learn a little younger, to have.
A little younger.
I thought. Well,
Okay.
I was trying to be the kindest. That's why I'm not kind to Wilson, because if I tried to be kind to Wilson, Wilson goes, "Oh, why are you being like that?" And
Well, yeah,
so it's
because you
actually-
need to stabilise her.
Yeah.
I'm a
well, we'll put
Was
some.
on
We'll
bike,
put a
yeah.
pair on.
I know you.
No, you won't.
I
You'll
know
be
you
fine.
think I'm quite dangerous, and I'm going to do a dangerous thing right now.
So we think you are, and you are going to be.
Yes.
You,
Okay,
well,
so
you
you
released
are
your,
confirmed.
We
you
have a
released
P-
your
we have a
single
PO
dangerous
box
boy
now.
recently, didn't you?
We have a PO box.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have a PO box.
do have a
Yeah.
Send her a bike.
No, send,
No,
send,
please.
send the pieces.
Yes, absolutely.
Bit by bit,
and
to
then
be assembled.
At 100,000 on
Like those
Patreon,
magazines.
she'll build it in a live
The
stream.
opposite, literally the opposite of a hostage situation where they keep saying body parts.
We'll stream it on Kick. You know, it's
Stream it on Kick
No,
is
we
a
won't.
great idea.
Yeah, Kick's where that content belongs.
No, it's like those magazines you used to get as a kid. We'd have a different part each week.
Yeah.
And if you miss,
The
and
first
if you
one was
miss
cheap, but all
I
the
was-
others were
I
like
was-
£8.
you know,
I did one with a robot.
An episode, and like issue 1 was like $2.99, and then it was like $17.99 afterwards.
Yeah.
I did that with a little. It was this little robot that looked like a bug, and it had sensors, and it would basically essentially like
you ever-
move around the
bet-
house and not bump into anything. Me and my dad made it.
I bet. Oh, see, that's fucking lovely.
Yeah.
I bet little you loved gadgets and robots.
Oh my god! Yeah.
mean-
but also, my granddad died when I was.
I also really like my granddad.
My granddad died when I was like 3.5.
Uh-huh.
And it's something that like all my parents have always been like, yeah, but genetically you've kept the love
was
of gadgets.
was he a little like a little gnome tinkerer?
He loved anything gadgets, anything tech, like little cameras and things and recording. Like
Do you think, generally speaking, as humans age, in our world, they get closer to gnomes in a fantasy setting? They get more sort of sitting on their little stool with
With
their
the glasses.
face,
Tactile.
doing that,
We like
tactile,
tactile,
interacting with the world, building little things, doing little things.
Gnomes
Hands
aren't
busy.
young. A bit like people called Nigel. No, like they're all on.
And the
They
accountant
come
called
into the
Nigel.
world as like a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
fully grown
Are
40-year-old.
they
with a
all
little-
old souls gnomes? Do we think? Or
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think because it's inherited, it's like it's a way, it's a state of mind that as a gnome it's passed down. I think gnomes just have a very, dare we say, conservative state of mind. I would say
Grounded, you know.
grounded. Like we protect our own. We're very much into what
You
we're
don't get
into.
notions as a gnome. You like you're.
No, I think they're very. I think they're very learned. I think they're very learned. Would want to know as much about the world as humanly possible. But then that's the gnome. That,
But not step into the world, but learn
but
about
also that's
Yeah.
see, that's the thing. That's where I think these points can align. Is that you're sort of they learn a lot, but don't necessarily not from an
Partake.
experiential
Yes.
place.
No.
You know, they've
Observe.
learned to swim reading a book in the bar.
It's an academic
Yes.
understanding. It's not practical.
devouring knowledge, but not necessarily experiencing it.
my
wouldn't be doing a
uncle-in-law
BTEC.
is an academic. He's a lecturer, and he's very proud of being an academic. And he now lectures at Swansea University. And he's like, "There's nothing in Swansea for me, nothing. But this is the thing about being an academic. Now with the internet, academics live where the conversation is." And the conversation is everywhere.
Oh,
Swansea's not that bad, okay?
I'm going to take you out for dinner. He's going to be an NPC, and maybe a DMPC, and I want to know everything about it. Speaking of which,
Yes.
let's say hi to our heroes.
Ooh, it's different. It's interesting. Hello, I'm Aoife Wilson, and I'm playing Dolly de Winter, the Tiefling Bard.
Hello, I'm Alex Jordan, and I am playing I, the Kobold Rogue.
Hang on a second. Ben's picking this up as if he needs to read it because he doesn't. He's rustling through everyone
Like,
else's
it's all right.
intro.
We'll wait.
2.5 months.
So many
It's
pieces
been
of
2.5
paper.
The attention
months.
wasn't on him for
Listen,
like 5
we've
seconds.
already established that when Ben goes to sleep,
Yeah.
everything resets and
Yes.
he loses,
Yeah.
he defaults to factory settings.
And I'm character name, and I play race and class.
You're downloading.
Should say species
You're
these
like
days.
downloading the information as go around the table, and you're just hoping that it finishes installing by the time you
Found
get
it.
to you.
I found it.
Thanks
It's
a
the
lot.
one that says Bertine on the top. For those who keep quoting Bertine, thank you. We'll bring it back. We're not saying it enough.
Please.
Hi, I'm Doug Cockle, and I play Kelnis, the Dragonborn Druid.
Hi, I'm Holly, and I'm playing Elowin Grenweird, the human fighter.
Hi, I'm Ben Starr, and I play Radiant Thornbear, the Eladrin Wizard.
And I'm Harry McIntyre. I know all about the world, but I have never experienced it. Shall we play some Dungeons and Dragons? Yeah! Last time, you began as Zerda, Water. I don't know if you could hear a cough on the audio.
You can't, just because you can hear it. I
It's
know.
amazing because it's
Yeah.
the best. Mate, it's just such great
We have to
stuff.
keep it in.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do
it's
now.
gotta
It's
be.
not resetting the music. Last time you began as Zerda, water whisperer of your water whisperer of Eunice, led you out to the edge of Noit Kelfa, preparing to guide you through a ritual in which the water itself would offer visions of things that are, were, and could yet come to pass. Calnis was first to brave the lake, seeing a glade in which he brought a flute to his lips, playing a melody as trees bowed their branches towards him. Next, Radian gazed into the water. A great dragon with deep purple scales and crystalline shards around its head chased him, opening its mouth to unleash its breath weapon as Radian leapt into a bright blue river. The Eladrin kept the truth of this vision to himself, as I, the character, not the me, was next to receive a message. Dead kobolds, Gloam, and children of the Midnight Moon in the fractured earth at the entrance to the Old Dark. Elwyn was gifted with a memory of herself as a child, playing with her brothers in the caves beneath House Grenweird. Finally, Dolly stepped forward, the water showing a small thatched cottage and a twisted willow tree into the trunk of which she watched herself carving her initials. Next, at Kel's request, Zerda performed a ritual that would allow her to commune with Lathi, and potentially with the White Stag. Through it, the Water Whisperer learned that the White Stag would appear to Kelnis the following morning, telling the Dragonborn that the forest loves him and wants him to know that he is home. Zerda offered up her yurt as a place for you all to sleep that night, though as she left, Radian was angry at the visions in the water. He complained that you had learned nothing new and was resentful that things seemed to him at least predetermined. Kelnis told Radian that he had once seen a vision of Iriana, his love, pregnant with a child, and that this was an indication that nothing was certain in Noit Kelfa. This did little to appease the Eladrin, but you all headed towards the tavern-like building in the centre of Eunice to get something to eat. As people ate and drank around you, Kelnis told you a little of how navigating Lathi works, I making himself a tiny roast dinner. Radian went off to be Radian somewhere else, and the rest of you spoke with a native of Lathi who offered Kelnis condolences on the loss of his tribe. This native was called Polax, who was delighted to see I, having claimed for many years that little lizards had once thrown pine cones on him from high in the canopy.
Sounds right.
As the rest of you headed to bed, Elwyn climbed one of the Always Towers to take in the view of Lathi as it shifted and moved in the sunset, while Kelnis worked on a woodworking project in the Listening Stones and I did a dangerous wee. Meanwhile, Radian radianed alone, perhaps to a greater extent than he had ever radianed before. The next morning, Kelnis woke early and returned to the stones, waiting for the sun to rise over the moving treetops of Lathi. Snow fell in the mist, and then Kelnis saw something. A spectral stag. Its body, flesh, its head, a bleached skull. Looking around, he saw 3 others, all with different permutations of flesh, fur, and bone. The rest of you, some able to see this spectral visitor, some not, followed Kelnis as he moved towards the first stag and was led into the forest. You were led through shifting trees until you arrived in a grove, the same grove that Kelnis had seen in the waters of Noit Kelfa. The Dragonborn sat on a moss-covered stone and produced a carved flute from his bag, playing a melody as you all watched on. Iriana used to play the flute for him here, before all that had driven him from the forest had occurred. Kelnis played again, and the trees seemed to curve their heads towards him. As the song ended, he heard the forest as a voice inside his head. After encouragement from Dolly, he dared to speak back, realizing that after decades of fruitless attempts, he was finally able to do so. He approached the trees, which sent out roots and branches to wrap themselves around him, and spoke of the love for him that still lingered in the forest. He had become a tree speaker. He could hear a chorus in his head now, telling him that he should follow the stag to one that had long waited to see him. You all followed the stag out of the grove and to an ancient oak tree with a hollow at its base. Kelnis realized that this was the tree that you had seen in the visions at the top of the sanctum, the tree in which he had found his amulet after he discovered the burning of his village. He told you all how a fight with Yilda had resulted in his true form being revealed, and that he had raged at his father for keeping such terrible secrets from him. His father spoke to him now, through the tree. And after so long apart, they were reunited, both grieving what they had lost and the mistakes they had made. Leathmal, as a tree speaker, was able to remain in the forest in the place he had loved the most. And as a new tree speaker, Kelnis would one day be able to do the same. Father and son will walk together again, as they once did. As you prepared to take your leave and follow the stag deeper into Lathi, I produced 5 spoons, and you all placed one in the hollow at the base of the oak tree in tribute to Leathmal, Kelnis, and the forest. As you stepped beyond the grove, the oak tree curled itself over once more. And that is where we are now. You are moving through Lathi. The stag ahead of you, bleached bone of the skull, the flecked fur of its body, and the trees move. As you move, you hear the creak of roots being pulled from the damp earth. There's the reverberations of their great steps alongside your light ones. They tower above you here. The sky, cloud covered with fast falling snow, is all obscured. The movement of the forest sends occasional flurries of that snow down onto your heads. And unlike before, it's as if the trees are jostling for position almost, trying to get closer to you, Kel. And you see this winter cherry tree, smaller than the others, which sort of pushes its way forward, branches emerging almost like arms wrapping around the trunks to propel itself to the very edge of the tree line. And it leans its boughs down towards you and just shakes. And for a moment there is a little cluster of pink and white petals, flowers falling around you like confetti. And then that tree disappears back into the forest, and you are following the stag.
I think they like you.
I think you're right.
Guess you're like a celebrity around here now, right?
More like a prodigal son.
Yeah. It's quite nice going home, isn't it?
Are they talking to you now?
They're present, Radian.
What are they saying?
They're not saying anything. But their presence is strong.
Are they okay with us being here?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Kind of awkward if they weren't.
But don't go too far from me.
Oh no, I'm keen to just get to where we're going.
Yeah. Wherever where we're going is in a forest that keeps moving.
Can you remind me how many of us could see this?
I think
Yeah.
it's only us.
So
It's just you two.
Dolly and Elwyn, I and Elwyn can absolutely see
Yeah.
this stag. And while the stag doesn't leave footprints, what Radian and Dolly were able to discern was the sound of its footfall in those initial moments. Has anything changed for either of you in that? I know that was kind of what we had before. The moments between Kel and his father were happening very much in his mind. But has anything changed in your relationship with the forest or with yourself, do you think, Dolly and Radian, as a result of what you've, in some sense, witnessed?
Just happy that Cal has had that moment, but still high anxiety for everything else that is happening.
Great.
I think Radiant is forcing it all. So it's all absolutely aware of it, but it's a lot of work.
Okay.
Working overtime.
Okay. So I was saying, in that case, nothing has changed about your ability to see this stag, but I can see it, Elwyn can see it, and of course
The
Kelnis
one
can.
we were following was the one with the skull.
Yes, a bleached bone skull with great antlers, and then just the hindquarters and legs and body is this flecked fur.
Does not look like any stag I has seen before.
No, they don't tend to just have, No flesh on their face.
There's no flesh on its face?
There's no flesh on its face. There was an option. There was others. They all had like different bits without flesh.
So we're just following a skeleton stag.
It's not so. It's not his.
When they
own
said it was white, they
skeleton,
didn't say it was
he's
because it didn't
like-
have any skin.
No, does has skin.
It's also not. I don't think it's the weirdest thing we followed.
It has skins in some bits.
Most bits. Most bits
Most
have
bits
skin.
is having skin.
Okay, that doesn't generally sound like the type of thing you want to follow.
No, I don't think ordinarily you'd follow the stag without skin on its face. But it just felt right at the time.
Calnus. Does you thinks you could speak to it?
I haven't tried. It didn't feel like that was how it would communicate.
Is it looking at us right now?
It's walking in front of us.
And throughout all of this, the stag is not throwing a glance over its shoulder to see if you're following. It's not looking left or right. It is moving with this steady gait, as at a pace that feels like it could go on forever, without lingering and yet without seemingly in any rush to get anywhere.
Does it feel as though it is making its way through the trees, or the trees are kind of moving for it and it is direct?
That's a really interesting question. Roll me a perception check. 9. It feels like perhaps a little of both. That there are moments when perhaps a tree will almost reach a root away from your path in order to create space, but at other points it feels almost sometimes as if it's moving in place and the forest is moving around it. It's quite, the more you focus on the stag, the more disorientating the movement of that stag is, actually, and less clear.
I think it knows where it is going.
Well, we don't, so it's kind of all we've got.
But I have been told to follow the stag.
Well, we've started, so I guess we'll keep going, even if it doesn't have any skin on its face.
It just felt better than the ones that didn't have any skin on its legs.
Oh, forget.
And one didn't have any skin on its body. That was just more disturbing.
Yeah, it was like a
really.
little leg warmers on, but the body was really weird. That one was really weird.
Okay. You know, let's just keep going.
I wonders if it could even talk. If it doesn't has lips, it makes that because quite difficult. Tongue. It thinks it has a tongue.
You know, ask if it's got a tongue.
I don't think I is the one to ask.
I don't know. I very recently almost had the skin taken off my face, so I just feel like some sort of cosmic joke, but whatever. Let's keep going.
Is there any trace? Did we
Hope
say
not.
that was like gone entirely? It was like
I don't believe so. Essentially, it was because it was altered by the deck. It's as if it never happened.
eyes just sort of stares and goes,
It's looking very nice. It's very good, by the way.
Good. Yes, I would hope so.
It's like nothing happens.
Yep. Well, it did. Anyway.
And I take it you can't see it either then?
No, I can't.
Okay. Do you want to try and see it? Do you care?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Thought as much.
And you follow this stag as it walks on, and the longer it does, the more it feels as if the trees begin to slow around it. And though its pace never changes, the pace of the forest begins to soften and slacken, and the forest seems to recede away from you. And then after a time, the forest floor, with its covering of soft mosses and wildflowers and the occasional frosted piles of snow that have somehow permeated their way through the dense canopy, gives way to dark, smooth stone, sheets of stone. And your steps and the hooves that you two can hear of this stag echo off the trunks of the trees that come to a stop. And still the stag walks into the centre of this broad stone slab and it comes to a halt. But the sounds of hooves continues. And you look to the source of that sound, and you see the 3 other stags from different directions converging onto this stone.
The ones with no leg is here. The ones with none on the body is here. They's all here.
What are they doing? What are they doing? Are they looking at us right now?
They seem to be focused on that point,
That.
the stone slab.
Okay.
For now, the bleached bone stag is stood in the center of this space. And it turns to look, the 3 of you see, at these other stags, statuesque. Again, although a compass would be largely useless here, at those compass points. If you've approached from the south, one at the north, one at the east, and one at the west. And this bleached skull seems to take in its, whatever they might be, companions, equivalents, echoes, versions of. And it shakes its shoulders. And then it rears up onto its hind legs and brings its hooves down with this great percussive thud that reverberates out through the stone, echoing off the trees. And then it turns and it looks at you, Kelness. This stag brings its head down ever so slightly, almost as a gesture of respect or acknowledgement. And it walks around you and out away back into the forest. And you're left with these 3. One with a skeletal body and the furred head, and then one with skeletal hind legs and one with skeletal forelegs.
What are we doing?
The skull one, the one that is got. Now there is the other one, and the skull one looks a big scale, and does a slam and lefts.
I walk towards them. And I turn to the one with the skeletal body. And I reach a hand out. I'm not going to walk up to it, I just reach a hand out. Almost like an invitation.
I don't think this is animal handling, because I don't think these are animals. So, I'd like you to roll religion for me, please.
I don't think I've ever rolled religion. 18.
18. You watch as this stag, which feels, in a sense, more stag-like, even than the previous, because its eyes bore into you, dark and round, in the same way that any stag that you might have ever got close to does. And then it rears up on its hind legs. It brings its hooves heavy down onto the stone, all the while keeping its eyes locked on yours. Then a small incline of the head, and it turns towards the forest, looks back over its shoulder towards you.
I think it wants us to follow it. Again.
Lead the
It's a
way.
different stag this time, Dolly.
Yeah, where does this one not have skin?
Its body.
Has eyes though.
Well, okay, that's an improvement.
What kind of eyes?
What you would expect to see on a stag, so sort of dark. There's sort of
Doe.
like large and lidded and deep brown, almost black.
Kind eyes.
Sorry, the word I was looking for was kind.
I think that the 4 stags represent the four directions. North, south, east, west, the 4 corners of the world. 4.
Only one way to find out.
Can you roll me a d4, please?
4.
Cool. This stag with its furred head and kind eyes makes its way into the forest. And as you all, I assume, fall in line behind Kelnis,
I was just holding Dolly's hand, so like,
your steps stop echoing on the stone and they return to what it is that you have been experiencing for much or all of this time here. It is the earth, the trees beginning to move again, walking around you, you're walking through them, and on you go back into the forest. And you know this from your time here, Kelnis. You might catch a glimpse of a stream and think perhaps it's a stream you know before, that you've passed some time in your life, your childhood, your adolescence, whenever your steps have brought you back to Lathi, and yet that is like trying to hold a river in your hands. The only thing you can really do is just surrender to it, rather than try and direct or figure out what a landmark is or a place you might be. And then the stag begins to slow. And you realize that this is a place you haven't been for a very long time. Roll me a history with advantage and see how much of it you kind of recall.
$15.
15.
16.
16. You've been here once. Only once. And you recognize a ring of bushes in the center of an area of tall trees. It's almost dark here, so little light can burst through the thick, dense canopy, tangled branches and spreading leaves over the top of one another, even here in winter, evergreens that refuse to drop and refuse to allow light or snow or even sound through. There is something eerie about this place. And you realize with a start that you half expect to see a burnt patch of earth in the center of that familiar ring of bushes. A patch of earth where nothing could grow because fire once licked across it and scoured the roots of the grass and the roots of the flowers from the earth. Fire that emerged from you as you fought with Yilda here. So caustic and powerful that it was enough to break a part of Lathi. And yet Lathi, as ever, has renewed itself. But you know without doubt that this is where you were when you fought Yilda. And you have not been back here since the day it happened.
I turned to my companions and I said, I have been here before. This is where it happened. This is where Hilda accidentally pulled the amulet off from around my neck and revealed my true form.
Why would it bring you here?
I don't know. You remember we were told the forest would test us. Would force us to be honest with ourselves.
Relive some of your worst moments?
I have let that go.
Then what are we supposed to do here? Just look at a burn patch on the floor?
Radian.
What are we doing here? It's taking us on this merry chase to where? We're going to have to go through all of these things?
I don't know, I can't even see it.
It's a field with nothing in it.
It's a field with memories in it.
It is the forest testing me, Radian.
I walks up to Calnis and looks at the amulet. And I'm trying to just perceive something. Just an Arcana check on the amulet, just to see if there's any kind of connection between the amulet and there's probably some sort of like feeling of something magical maybe happening in a vague sense.
Sure.
I mean, I have it now as a proficiency, and that means it's a reliable talent. So it goes from a 2 to a 16.
A 16. You don't get a sense that, you don't get a sense that the magic of the amulet has imbued this space with anything more magical than the forest itself. Yet I will say with a 16, although this isn't exactly what the check was for, you sense it's almost sacred nature to this space. And that's a feeling that wasn't immediately apparent when you first entered. It feels more... It almost feels a little more like something akin to a temple than, as Radian would have it, a field.
Big scale. This place feels like it is full of something. Full of a kinds of meaning.
Well, yeah, it has meaning to count.
No, more than this. Does you not feel it?
I feel nothing of what you describe, but I have memories.
This place is feeling like it is special to maybe the forest or something's.
It is where my life changed forever.
And you is special to the forest.
Kel breaks from this conversation and walks to the center of this ring of bushes. And he looks up at the canopy and he closes his eyes and he just feels the forest around him.
I'd like you to, Are you trying to actively do something, or are you trying to surrender to something?
More that, listening.
Okay. So rather than having you roll anything, as you stand and allow the river to guide you where it will, you hear the forest. And the forest says, "This is a place yielded up for those who require somewhere to resolve the most difficult of disputes. It is no village, no tree guards it alone. It is held by all and for all when it is required. And give me a perception check, Kel. 13. You think you can smell something. Like something new in the forest, something you haven't smelt before. You can't quite place it with your eyes closed like this, but you're becoming aware, you're almost tuning in, you feel, to what this space is and what this place represents.
What is you feeling?
The trees are telling me that this is a sacred space for resolving disputes.
Okay. Are there any disputes we need to resolve right now?
Iradian.
What disputes are we having?
What disputes are you having?
I feels maybe there is one. This is the meanings of problems between two things.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this isn't about us, it's about Cal.
Maybe it's not about me.
Maybe it's about all of us if we is goings where we needs to be. And we all wants to goes there. Maybe there is something the forest wants us to disputes.
Can't you just ask?
Has you got a problem
Not
with the
you.
radio?
He jokes, but Cal does ask. He speaks it out loud. He said it to the trees. Why have we been led here? What dispute is there that requires this space?
And you hear the trees. You are here because we wished to show you that even the moments you deem to be unnatural and horrifying and terrible, the forest has made a space for those moments. They are part of you. You are part of the forest. All the anger and the rage and the hatred and the want and the aching of all who call this place home has a home here. There is no failure in this place for you.
In Lathi.
In the place where this memory occurred, this place of pain for you, it did not pain the forest. It was right.
It was fate.
It was welcome.
I do not know what this means.
What is it saying?
The trees are telling me that this space has been saved. It has... that I am not to blame.
We are the products of everything that we've done, and everything that's been done to us. Is that what it's trying to tell you?
I think so.
She has it right. You hear this in your head. She has it right.
They seem to think that that is what it is.
I think it's particularly true of everyone in this group, to some extent. But if this was a place where something bad happened to you, but it's part of who you are, so how bad can it really be? You're still here. And the forest, we love you for everything that you've done and everything that you are. I don't know. That might be what it's saying.
I think that I forgave myself many years ago for what happened here on that day. I do not know what the forest wants from me.
I think it's torturing you. I think it's wasting our time.
Did you forgive everyone else?
Perhaps not.
You're struck by a memory, Kel, of the two people who shared this space with you. And you remember Yilda's anger and rage. You remember his hatred of you. You remember how that made you feel. And then you remember Iriana's horror and how she fled this place. And how, with the exception of you seeing her, that was the last time she saw you. And how it was, how you felt you were looked at by her in that moment.
And I think to the trees. I think to them, I have forgiven myself, but perhaps I have not forgiven others. Perhaps I have misunderstood. I am not who I was then. Nor are Yilda. Nor would Iriana be. I would dearly love to see Iriana again, as I am now.
You hear almost an exhalation. And it's the stag that seemingly may be in commune with you and the forest. At that moment, turns and begins to walk from this place.
The stag is moving on again.
And I guess we're moving on again, too.
I am pleased to have seen this place again. It is full of memory for me. But as you say, Dolly, it is part of who I am. Part of what made me who I am.
Yeah.
And the forest has held it sacred. As it seems it has held me sacred. And I would hold myself sacred.
The hardest lessons are usually the most formative.
The stag seems to want us to follow it again.
hate to disappoint the stag.
Calnus walks over to Dolly, takes her hand, and chuckles. You are funny, Dolly.
I know.
Come.
Let's go.
As you start to move out of this place, Dolly, it's like you can just see the beginnings of a shadow of what that stag is. From the place where you hear those footsteps, you can begin to make out, only in moments, at the edge of something where it catches the little light of this place and the growing light of the place beyond into which it leads. There are things that perhaps are a branch, but they could be the slope of a shoulder.
Everything that we've done, and everything that's been done to us.
And the stag leads you again somewhere new. And Kel, you hear something sort of happen to your body. You feel your breath catch in your throat. Because the stag leads you to a ruined village. A village that you have not been in for years. A village that you watched from a distance for a while. A village that you've seen once in this state before. A village that for the first 17 years of your life you called home. Can I have you guys roll insight on Cal?
14.
9.
9.
19.
19.
17.
17. Let's say everyone other than Dolly. Immediately, you just sense a change in him. You sense this kind of, what would it look like walking into this place again after all this time? How would that feel for him, and what might they see?
I think that they would see Cal shrink. Not literally, figuratively. He's a big dragonborn. It's as if he grows smaller. Sadder. And his eyes tear up, and his breathing
Radiant runs over to him, puts a hand on his shoulder and goes, "This isn't you. This isn't fair." And then he shouts out, going,
What do you want? What's the point of this?
Radiant, I don't know if that's going to help.
You said he was forgiven. Forgiveness. You don't forgive someone like this.
Radiant, please.
This is torture. Whatever sick game you're playing, we're done.
Radiant. I have not been here in years. The forest would not let me see it. It is showing it to me for a reason. It is asking me to forgive myself.
I'm going to hold my hand out to Kel. Do you want to walk through it?
Yes, Elowen.
Come on. Let's go see it then.
And what you see is a village of stone buildings, most of which have been burnt, all of which have fallen to decay. Although held somehow in stasis, it hasn't been reclaimed by the forest. Moss has not grown to cover it. There are still the burnt out, blackened rafters of where roofs would once have been. There is a long, cold fire pit, spent charcoal still within it at the centre of the village, besides which is a stone cairn, a shrine to Thale on, a place for reflection. Almost an homage to listening. And to the Always Towers, the power of stones in this place is strong. And you see, between the buildings, within the buildings, are bones. Many, dozens and dozens. Some that bear the marks of weapons, some are charred. And mingled with them are burnt and shattered looms, lengths of cloth, little hand tools that would have carved precious stones. And the furthest edge of the village from where you are is your father's hut, your hut. And beside it is this little familiar stream and a tree that you recall always liked to walk a little less than the others, and under whose boughs you spent many, many hours and days dreaming, listening to the bubble of the water, to the laughter and life of your extended family almost beyond. Gone now, but the tree remains and the stream.
I walked to the tree, and I remember being a child and sitting underneath this tree. I used to sit here. My cat Mabel would sit beside me. And Rock, the raven, would sit in the boughs and squawk at us. I had such a happy childhood. And Kel sits and leans back against the tree. There are so many beautiful memories I have of my village, my people. My parents. The web destroyed this place, but they will not destroy my memories of it.
As you lean back against this tree, this old tree, you hear, "I wanted to show you something, but I could not before." And the sound seems to be almost coming from the trunk and directly into your skull. Like you can, it's like lying on someone's chest while they speak to you. You can feel the sound as much as hear it. It's almost as if you can feel the tree breathing or creaking old roots like old bones.
Show me.
There is much here, Kelnis. Hope and pain in this. But I wish to show you.
I am ready.
And as Cal leans against this tree, you see the tree start to... its boughs begin to move. And there's sunlight that it lets in through the canopy. And you watch as this light falls through the tree, through the branches and leaves. And it casts shadows on the ground, on this patch of grass on the riverbank, edge of this little stream. And with this gentle rustling as branches move, a scene begins to play out in these shadows. And you see, Calnis, these shadows you all see. Instantly, you're looking at the village. You're looking at the village from above. And you see the patterns, the familiar patterns of life that you've known for many, many years. The huts in which those you knew made their homes. And from above your head, there's a flurry of red leaves, yellow petals that seem to twist down, caught in a barely perceptible swirl of wind, and it lands in the center of the forest, in the shadowy representation of your village, and becomes the fire that burns next to the cairn. And the branches above you start to sprout new shoots, and you see figures you remember. Some, even in this shadowy relief, drawn with such detail that you can recognize them by their gait, by the way they sit, by the places you see them. And some are crafting. You can see those working at weaving, at looms, and little green leaves and bits of grass almost seem to become the developing cloth as it spools through their fingers. And then there are smaller figures that move between the huts. There's children. Some of those older figures that used to huddle around the fire pit, and your eye is drawn to one in particular, Minar. You can tell from the stoop of his shoulders, the hunch of the shadow of him, that it is him. Although he's in his dotage and now tends to the fire, he had a reputation as having keen eyes, known the forest a long time. And you see his shadowed head snap in a new direction. And unfamiliar figures, shadows twist on the edge of this patch of grass created by the branches above you. And these figures burst towards the center of the village. And more leaves and more petals fall. These flickers of yellow and red that seem to arc from the attackers and twist and swirl until they catch light. More petals, more flowers on the roofs of these huts that you see burn out all around you. And the shadow of one of these attackers conjures something close to their body, and scarlet leaves envelops everyone around the fire, Minar too. And the shadows are almost formless now, such is the speed with which all are moving. More bright petals billowing here and there as more small fires are set. The grass begins to burn with petals and leaves. And then you see that those first group of shadows, the one that moved with life in your village, they are gone. And now this group of attackers, with these small little pinpricks of leaf and petal still attached to them, seem to focus on where you're sat, on your father's hut. This tree, this stream. And as they move towards it, new figures bolt from a hut that is already ablaze. And the tree drops just 2 leaves. One vivid red that becomes the long hair of this first figure running with a heavy limp. One arm clasped to their side. And then another that follows in their wake, their leaf falling to become brown hair with streaks of red. And you, as you watch these representations of Yilda and of Iriana, you see that Iriana is clasping something to their chest. Something small. And you can make out in the shadow that this is the arms and legs of something small that's wrapped around their torso. And the 3 of them, her carrying one, he with alone as the other, rush into the edge of the forest and are lost into the shadow. And then these attackers approach your hut and this new outline emerges and you recognize the shape of your father, of Leathmal. And he looks towards a tree that stands on the edge of the stream. And that tree uproots itself and runs to him in shadow. And he reaches up, places something in its branches, and that tree disappears off into the forest. As Leathmal stands in his doorway, and the shadows close in on him from all around, he disappears within them. And then a breeze picks up, and the petals in the leaves disperse, and the tree above you relaxes, and the shadows are gone.
She may still be alive. And there is a child.
This was the Niriana that runs.
It was.
And that was with her.
Hilda.
How does you feel?
I feel hope. And I feel pain. We know that Yilda is still alive. I do not know who the child is. Or if Iriana or the child are still alive. But I hope. I do not even know if the child is mine.
Field is alive. Good chance they are too.
But the child may not be mine. The child may be Yilda's. And maybe she hates me as much as Yilda does.
Does he wants to find that out?
You know what? I think I do.
What they showed us here, I used to think sometimes when I might be telling the histories in the Hearth Cave, I tried to use is the fire and eyes, claws to shows on the wall, the things. And I thought this is what I was doing. Seeing this, I realized I was so far away. Does a bird, an animal.
He keeps doing it slightly behind his head. So that
This was something completely. Can you tell some? I was very impressed. Was very good.
Good show.
What about the thing at the end? The man at the end.
That was my father, Radian.
What was he doing?
He was placing the amulet in the safekeeping of the forest.
That's your father as well, does you think? The tree,
This tree,
the ones he gave it to.
no, I think he asked the forest to save the amulet for me, for my return.
So how does he get at the cold thing of someone's being with the forest and not in the forest? Is it could it my brain?
Don't worry about it.
Laeth Mol was a tree speaker,
But you is so now you speaks in the tree. Is you is also kinds of in the tree already, or does that happens at the after bit?
Do you know, I have no idea, They are very good questions.
Me neither.
said the DM.
Lots to think, son.
I knew that the web destroyed my village. I did not know that Ariana fled with a child into the forest. If the forest kept my amulet safe, then perhaps it kept them safe too.
Maybe you shouldn't have done.
Excuse me, Radian.
Yilda nearly killed us. The forest protected Yilda.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do.
We do not know what happened after they entered the forest.
I know what happened to the sanctum.
I know what the forest does and does not do. The forest does not.
The forest does what is best for the forest.
And that's okay.
Arabian does what is best for Arabian.
No. I do what is best for us.
Yeah. It's okay.
Maybe we as your trees.
Hey, look at me. Look at me. We're safe. We're all here. It's okay.
Kelnis, I'm really sorry this happened to you. And I'm not angry at you. And I'm not really angry at the forest, but I think sometimes we are so at the whims of this greater power. Why do we have to feel bad to feel good? Why do you have to see this again? I'm glad that you found that she might be alive, but
What do forests do?
I don't know. This one walks, apparently.
They grow. And the only way to grow is to let the light in sometimes.
To be honest with yourself, accept who you are, where you've come from. Move forward with purpose.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to move forward. We don't always have to look back, you know? We don't have to remember the things that have happened. Sometimes we can just move forward. Everyone's trying to remind us of everything all the time. Remember when you did this? Not really. Nor should we have to. Why do we have to live in the past and move forward into the future?
Because that's how you grow. Look, we've all... Yeah, it's not nice being reminded of things, okay? Like, my whole world fell apart in one day. And I woke up at the feet of the spinner and that world was completely shattered. But you move forward, you change, you grow, and look at you and I. Look at what we did to each other. I spied on you, you set an ethereal assassin on me, but we move forward, we change, we forgive each other. Imagine if we could let go of that pain and, yeah, start fresh.
How much of this is, I'd like you to do something really odd. I'd like you to roll either a persuasion or a deception on yourself. And I'd like you to make a choice in this moment whether you're being honest with yourself and that is actually truly what you mean, or whether it's what you think the situation demands, and therefore are almost putting the show on of it for the benefit of Radiant.
Well, it's 29.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, any Radian of you not wanting to look back and you're the person with no memories.
Maybe I want to look back.
Sometimes you have to remember things so that you can move forward. And maybe that's why you can't move forward. Because you haven't looked back.
I'm trying.
What did you see in the water, Radian?
Nothing.
What did you see, Radian?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
I saw myself running away, trying to escape.
Escape from what?
A big dragon. See, sounds stupid.
It does not sound stupid.
Well, he's looking for a dragon, so I think actually that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, well, apparently this one doesn't really like me very much, so you can see why I don't really want to go and revisit them. And besides, we don't even know that's what happened or what's going to happen or what could happen. This place is so vague.
Yeah, it is. That's why we kind of have to allow it.
What I'm saying is, why can't we have a little bit more agency over our lives? I think I'm feeling a little bit claustrophobic and maybe I'm taking it out on you, and I'm sorry. And Kelnis, I am deeply, deeply sorry, but I mean it when I say I don't think you have to go through this. I know you're strong and you bear the brunt of all of our pain all the time. And you have to put up with us, and I'm sorry, but I'm saying, and maybe I'm saying it in the wrong way, but you don't have to do this. You've already said you forgave yourself, and that's fine. Why do you have to be reminded? You know?
The things the forest is showing me are things that have been plaguing my mind for years, Radian. I believe that the forest is showing me the truth, so that I can put those thoughts to rest.
Okay, well, if you're good with it, I'm good with it then.
And I believe that the forest is testing me and you, all of us.
The forest isn't testing me, it's not even talking to me.
The stags keep the secret of the path to the dragons. They will not give that information lightly, or to those who do not or cannot be honest with themselves.
Okay, well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't like it. It doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah, I don't like it either, but...
I don't either, and it does not make me feel good. But it does make me a small amount of hope.
The forest might try talking to you if you try listening to it instead of shouting at it.
Well, I'm not going to do it now because everyone's looking. It'd be weird.
We could turn around.
Even if the forest doesn't want to talk to you, you can talk to us.
Okay, fine. I feel like this forest should talk to me. I feel like I should have a connection with it, and I don't. That's what I feel. I feel like when I want something to happen, it doesn't happen. Apparently, I need to wait for some other thing out there to decide when it's okay for me to know things. Why do we have to wait? There's a war going on. We've just sent 500 people potentially to their deaths, and we're just prancing around this forest. That's what I'm feeling. And maybe I'm feeling the weight of the fact that maybe there's a little bit more going on, and I'm feeling a little bit hopeless right now, and this forest isn't helping. That's what I'm feeling, and I'm really, really, really sorry, Kelnis.
Kel. Give him a hug.
Who? Radiant?
Yeah.
I don't think he wants a hug.
I do.
I think
You do?
Yeah, I think I want one.
Kelnis stands up. And he goes over to Radiant. And much like the tree did to him, he wraps Radiant up in his dragonborn arms and holds on tight.
I walks over and essentially hugs Radiant's leg because, yeah, that's
Exactly the choice I would have made.
that's as high as he is.
I thinks not all, but some of what you is feelings is a little bit like what I was feelings with themself. When I didn't understand why themself would leave I behind. And I has maybe comes to knows now that it wasn't everything I was thinking, but maybe I was just not having the whole picture. And that was hard. But I don't know. I just think's coming through's the other side of it now. I understands a little better why I didn't understand then. That is fine. Not fine when it was happening, but
Thanks.
Kel reaches out a hand towards Alwyn. You too.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Fine. It's really awkward. I guess there's no way. I guess I mean the hugging Radiant from behind because I can't get through because of Kel's on the one side. But if I go that way, they're too wide because Kel's huge. So I sort of try and get Radiant's arm and sort of round one side. And I'm like, Dolly, if I'm doing this, you're doing this.
Sure.
You are not alone, Radiant.
No.
If there is one thing I have learned in our travels together, it is that none of us are alone anymore.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to see this.
See what?
I'm sorry that you had to go through all of this your whole life. You don't deserve this.
And you do not deserve to not remember who you are. We are each of us exactly where we are meant to be.
Doesn't matter who you were. We're here with who you are now.
Thank you.
Anyway, this is kind of awkward.
Cal, you hear this old tree? He is one of Theolon's, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Born of the same soil as me.
Yes.
He has her passion, though she learned to hide it here. Perhaps he would like to hear so. He reminds me a little of home. We'll take a little break there.
Hello, I'm Ben Starr, a regular-sized human man with an irregular-sized human ego, a titan of industry who whimsically described himself to his sister's therapist the other day as simply the best to ever do it. But Ben, that's rather general. Can you be more specific? What are you the best at? And what is this it you're referring to? Additionally, there must be something in this world that you're not the best at. Well, you'd be right on both counts, parasocial internet friends. There are some things that I am, in fact, terrible at, like not being the best. Got 'em. But regarding the it, what is the it? The it, if it wasn't already blindingly obvious, my friends, is Witchspire, the thrilling upcoming witch-based open-world adventure from Envar Games, coming to PC via Steam Early Access on June 10th, 2026. A game you can play co-op or single-player. Create your own witch, join a coven, explore a magical open world, tame familiars, and build a sanctuary while uncovering the mystery of the witch spires and the darkness rising around them. To be honest, I'd be happy just being able to create my own witch. I'd be delighted to stop at the witch creation part. I'd look at my witch and I'd say, that's enough. That's a nice hat. That's a nice witch. Witch spire complete. But reader, as I mentioned before, that's just the start. Use your magic to gather resources and build a sanctum, meet, battle, and befriend creatures across the land, and play alongside your friends in this meticulously handcrafted world. All of this and more is arriving in the Witchspire Early Access on June 10th, 2026. Witchlist now on Steam. And if you can't wait, make sure that you tune in on May 29th for a Witchspire one-shot inspired by the game, where I will get to show you how good I really am, as I play alongside 4 of my friends and also Aoife Wilson. Witchspire. Witchlist on Steam today. Did you hear what I said? I took the word wish and I put the word witch in there, so you know what it is. Witchlist. Hashtag Witchlist. On Steam. Now.
And we're back. I have a little stop. I have a little stop.
I bought you a stopwatch because I thought you wouldn't want your
So
phone.
this will kind of reveal how long we've been going for, or at least how long in my head the app will be up to this point, so you can test it.
Oh.
Press the number on your keypads now. But it should be 1 minute. 1 hour, 1 minute. I only think there was like a minute of usable material in that nearly 2 hours.
There was that moment where we had to stop because I needed to go and do a big poo.
Yeah, you did need to go and do a big poo.
Gonna
But
steal
this
you.
time,
Because we're in that building,
Yeah.
we're not in that building anymore. Can we just leave that chapter in
and
the
I will
past?
say to your credit, this time you left the room to do it, which was a really lovely. Very gentle.
We'll never find out who did it.
No,
we
we
won't. I was
won't.
thinking about it earlier.
No.
I was thinking about
No,
it.
please stop thinking about it. It's mad that you are still thinking about it.
Imagine if we'd gone into the toilets in the new building and it was there.
That's classic Hollywood sequel where
it
they
is.
think it's gone, you move.
Yeah, you're like-
they've gone to a different college and
It's
they come
the
back.
end of the original 70s Flash Gordon where it says the end, and then a hand comes in and
Question
picks up a
mark.
ring and it says question mark, and you hear Ming the Merciless's laugh. One of the most amazing moments in all cinema when I was 4.
I just don't want the poop to be our sequel. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just think.
You know, I have
You
a
never know
feeling
what
it
you never
was
know what
me.
the audience are going to be enlivened by.
What do you mean you think it was
They're
you?
clamouring
I think I may
for
have created the poop.
They're clamouring.
I think many.
Sorry.
Wait. You have to
Wait,
stop
wait.
talking. You have to stop
What did
talking.
he say?
It's the kind of thing I would do.
He
What?
thinks
He
that's
just
what
suddenly,
you did.
Just
he
forget
suddenly,
flush, you know?
he suddenly.
Wait,
just
what?
went, I think I may have created
Plot
the poop.
twist.
Well, you know that Double Jump did have to take me to one side and be like, you have to
Thank
speak
you,
to
thank
people.
you, thank you.
You have to speak to the guys because like someone's
Yeah.
made a mess in the toilet and like it's them. And I was like, okay, I'll speak to the team. Because that, by the way, is what I
What's that?
is what I have to deal with.
That we were accused of being the poop originators.
Now we're
we
doing it on
we
my
were accused
It's
of being
true.
poop patient
Well,
zero,
I don't
and
know
suddenly,
if it's true or not. It's the kind of thing
suddenly
I
Mr. Hank just doing kind of
Big
parallel.
Doug blacks out every
We've
time
been
he gets
talking about this for such a long time.
Like, genuinely, maybe months. I mean,
This
like
is
months.
one of the biggest
Like, yeah,
headlines
like-
of the whole thing. Like, screw the storyline. This has been the biggest draw. People have been coming out going, "Can we
No,
solve
I mean, they
this
really
mystery?" This is on.
accused of it.
I don't know if it's that, but we were definitely. I was definitely taken to one side and been like, "Can you ask the guys like the bathrooms like
To
someone's
do
left
what?
a
To
mess."
stop pooping? I don't.
I don't know.
But like, yeah, actually, what is the point? Of that? Is it to face the
Is it
face
to
the
scare you
justice
into
that-
not like pooping? I don't
to make
understand.
us poop shy?
I don't know. I think it's just clean up after yourself.
Well, I mean, yeah,
What-
three of us.
What
had.
are you supposed to do if it just won't go down?
Oh, literally whatever. Like, I'll tell you, Doug, whatever it takes. I would say there is no point at which you walk away from it and think, well, I've exhausted
done
all my
everything I
options.
could have done.
Yeah, it's
Guess
for,
it lives
it's
there now.
for God now.
Wasn't it done though in the toilet that didn't never flushed correctly?
Wait,
I can't believe we're putting everyone through this journey. Like, it is.
It doesn't hurt everybody else. I'm going back
This
through
is
it.
wild.
This
to
is
me.
This is a good
harrowing
point.
that this is content.
We went independent for a reason.
This should not be content.
shouldn't it?
Also, I love that we've left like we're not no longer working with Double Jump anymore. We have such a great relationship with them, and then
And now we're going
and then
to flush
first
it down the
it's like,
toilet, quite
You
literally.
do realise they thought you'd shit.
Also, I fully thought you were about to say we've just left this moment where we're going like, tell that man that
It
I
was
see a
me.
bit of myself in him, and then come
Tell
back from
Cersei
the break and
it
we're
was
like,
me.
the Pope.
I think
did a poo.
do you remember in episode 1 where we took this so seriously? We
No.
were so into
No.
the game, and then now we're just kind of going. I think we need to find out who did that.
I think we've had 2.5 months off. It was an extremely intense final session. We've actually had a very intense first half to this
It
session.
really has been.
We are pee.
Nothing
poop.
breaks
You know,
the
we
tension.
yin, we yang.
Yeah.
We are pee, we poop. These are the sort of two. That's the axis on which we operate. Is
Yeah.
the poop RP axis?
It's also the most Doug thing possible, which is he knew all along, and it was probably him, and he's only kind of just you tuned out for most of it. He's not really going,
And he's like,
by the way,
actually, that might have been
that
me.
might have been me. The toilet wouldn't flush, so I left it.
What else was I supposed to do?
And it's like,
My hands were tied by my lack of interest in
you are literally the Kaiser Socio-fecal matter.
Yeah.
Like it was you all along.
Yeah.
You stop walking with the limp, and you start
Starts,
right along the street.
starts wiping with a hand that has full functionality.
Yeah, you drop the toilet bowl that has his name imprinted on it.
I'm glad we all came back together.
We're back.
So, having just witnessed the scene of the devastation of Hell's Village at the moment of his father's death, realising the potential for the woman he loves to be alive with a child that could be his somewhere in the world. So that's where we were. Oh, this is going to be. I tell you what, I don't think we've ever performed a handbrake turn like this, and if we can do it, I'm going to do everything I can to make this happen. I'm going to press the button that says somber music, and we're just going to have to dive in with both
Guys,
feet.
you want to see something incredible? Watch this.
All I've got in my head is I'm the Shadow Man.
I am a
Shadow Man. Look at my fingers.
Oh no!
It's a warm light community, Kevin.
No, we worked so hard.
Well, some of us did.
Yes.
That might be me.
No. No. No.
Okay. I'm going to accept that I can't put us back there. So I'm just going to say we're moving through the forest again.
Someone in the jury, right at the end of the case, just going from the stall of the jury, going, "Oh, why am I moving?"
Hang on, I was. I killed them. I don't know why we're all pointing fingers at this guy. I did it. Sorry. I assumed that's why I was here, but no one was asking me any questions. Cheering jury, they were like, "Is there any reason you can't be on the jury?" Like, no, I don't believe so. I mean, I got pretty great insight into it, so that may play in our favour.
Doug, we were going to do a podcast on it.
What a guest he would have been.
So show us the stopwatch again.
Yeah. Okay. So we're
Yeah, so I put Harry.
Okay, so we've moved beyond and away from the remnants of the village and where it was. And the tree that you sat under for all that time. You would have spent many years wondering why that, maybe not wondering, but unaware of why that tree wasn't moving, but that tree has spent a lifetime moving. And it sees no reason to change that habit. And so it stays next to the little stream and next to the hut where you grew up with your mother, Leathmal, and with your father, Leathmal, and Kelsey, your mother. And you move into the forest beyond. And just as before, you are led by this stag to this great slab of stone. And it, as its predecessor did, goes into the centre and rears up as the two remaining stags with bone hind legs and bone forelegs appear on the edge of the tree line. And this stag too, having reared up, inclines its furred head to you, Kelnis, and drifts off back into the forest, and you have two stags that you could follow.
I approach the one with bare hind legs.
And again, in this timeless, sort of shapeless day, you have no idea at this stage how long you've been in the forest. You left at first light, and so it could be anywhere between high noon and midnight. It is... You seem to be moving geographically and in terms of time in a kind of non-linear way, almost, in a way that's hard to measure. You look up towards the canopy, you get no sense of the sun's positioning, no sense of shadows lengthening or light dimming. It is as it is, and it is as it was. Roll me a d4, please.
4.
You roll again.
2.
Okay.
As we're walking,
Yeah.
I draw back a little bit to walk beside Radian. And Cal looks at him and says,
Radian. That tree that I sat beneath.
Let me guess, it spoke to you. No,
Yes,
brother didn't.
it did. It spoke to me about you.
Did it?
It knew you were a Ladrin.
Yeah. Let me guess, it said we're from the same place or something like that.
Pretty much. said you were raised in the same soil. Perhaps. I do not know. But maybe, if you approach the trees of Lethe with a little bit more respect, they may speak to you.
I just get angry sometimes, you know.
I understand that. I know anger.
Do you?
Oh, yes, I do.
You don't really seem to get that angry, Kel.
I have spent many years trying to tame my anger.
How do you do it?
I release it.
Well, I release it and look what happens.
I mean that I let it go. Anger is something you choose to hold on to.
I don't feel like I have that control. Sometimes I feel like you, at peace with myself, blissful calm. And then sometimes that feeling is a stranger. A construct that I've created. My real self is the one that is angry. My real self is the one that can do real harm. As if it's... The more I learn about myself, the angrier I'll get. Because I'm trying. Obviously not well enough.
Do you remember? Do you remember that evening when I showed you all how to carve spoons?
Yes.
And someone said, I do not remember who it was, I'm not very good at this. And I said, you don't have to be good. Just be better. Perhaps don't expect yourself to be excellent straight away.
I'm tired, Kelness. I don't know how long I've been alive. How that feels. I couldn't tell you how old I am. I couldn't tell you how many lives I've lived, how many days I've seen. I can't tell you what lessons I've learned, what mistakes I've made. I am the sum total of absolutely nothing. I woke up and I couldn't even move my legs or my arms. I didn't know how my body worked. I had to relearn everything. And now here I am, people expecting me to be this thing, to understand social norms, to understand how to exist. I'm having to learn twice as fast, 10 times as fast as everyone else, because I have nothing to lean back on. You get to see this, you get to see your life stretched out before you, whether it be good or bad, and I get nothing. And I know that's greedy of me, I know that's selfish, and I know I need to take my time, but sometimes I can't. Because I've learned the hard way. I've learned that sometimes force is better. And then I see you, and I see you so calm. I see you so at peace with everything. And I just want to be where you are. I want to be as satisfied as you are. I want to be at peace with what I've done, but I don't know what it is. What I'm saying is I need help, I think. And I know I'm good. I'm sorry if I've pushed you away and I'm sorry if I'm sorry.
Radian, you are a mystery in many ways, even to yourself. That is okay. The Radian I know is good, often rash, loyal, has recently discovered that he is somewhat of a hero, despite himself. If I see these things, then they exist in you. Who you were yesterday is not who you are today.
When you saw what you saw back then, did you feel changed?
When I saw my village,
Did it make you feel better?
no.
What did it make you feel?
The tree, before it showed me the vision, said to me that what it wanted to show me would make me feel hope and pain. And it did. To feel is to be alive, Radian. To acknowledge a past is to understand your future. I have a feeling we will learn more about your past soon enough.
Can't you ask the trees?
You ask them.
They don't listen to me.
Like I said, try to speak with them with openness, humility. Maybe they will speak back to you. Maybe they will not. But they are of your world.
Okay, when we land where we're going, or wherever this is taking us, I'll speak nicely to them. I don't want to do it now, not in front of them. We've got to get to where we need to go.
When you feel comfortable, if you want company, I will be happy to be there with you.
No, you don't have to do that. Just put in a good word for me. Just say.
I already have, Radian.
Nice. Okay. You can go and get to the front. You don't need to be here with me.
I give him a pat on the shoulder, and I step up to the front again, following the stag.
And as you follow the stag, the tree's moving fast. It's almost like the trees sort of shift, or there's a disturbance in them. And the stag's head snaps away, looking into the forest, deeper into the forest. And it stops, and the trees stop. In all the time you've been following these stags, their gaze has never flickered from straight ahead. Their gait has always been sure and certain and consistent, and there is something in that stopping and that turning that immediately alerts you. Let's have everyone roll perception checks. Did you... It's either a nat one or you missed the tray.
I missed the tray.
Yeah. What did you get?
I got 19.
Ooh, dispense with the tray.
Clearly.
12.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
21.
21.
21.
Okay, 21. So let's say you can still make this out. I, Elwyn and Radian and Dolly, you can absolutely hear and see this, and Kelness with a nat 20, you know who this is. What you see, is a flicker of light. Light flickering away, like fire. Small contained fire deep within the trees. What the rest of you hear are two hushed voices. And you hear the first voice. We have to hold our nerve. And then the second. Well, surely... Yeah, someone should have found us by now. I told you we never should have come in here. Well, I couldn't bear to have another night out in the open. I know. It wouldn't be so bad if we could get away from these same trees. I just want to go home. Oh. I wish he had never tasked us with this. Well, what choice did we have? You remember all the way back, Kelness, to a cocktail party in Escalon that happened in a time before you'd even reached the foot of Mount Atria, when you were sent to murder a nobleman by the name of Alea Dakar. And this is Artem, this is his younger brother. Curly black hair that you remember from before, but now he has this sort of slightly downy teenage moustache. This elf he's probably no more than 17 or 18. And he is sat beside someone who you don't recognise, a pale, sort of unremarkable, if anything, maybe slightly fuller-figured elf than usual, but they're both dressed in finery, and they have good travelling cloaks over the top of their clothes, and they are huddled around this small fire. And the stag has stopped.
What's this through? What's this going on?
Hear something
What?
There was people over there.
in the trees.
Des, we need to be quiet.
Can I perceive if this is real or if it's some kind of...
With an actually, this is real. You can roll an insight into what you think is kind of happening here.
11.
11. Okay. It is something seems to have gone slightly... Something's interrupted. This is like an interruption in something, but you can't figure out more than that.
As we go forwards,
We can't leave them here.
Yeah, I'm under the impression people don't really walk in and out of Laffy.
Hey!
Oh, yeah, we're going to go see them. Okay.
hello.
I'm going to have them roll perception, both of them. Oh, they rolled really high. They rolled an 18 and a dirty 20. And you see Artem is the first to clock you guys, and he looks... You see the blood drain from his face when he sees the five of you.
Hi.
Solari, we need to get out of here.
Hello.
And he starts to he's almost starting to he gets some, he has a water skin, he starts to try and throw it on the fire as if to douse the flames. He's grabbing at his companion who is just stood absolutely frozen looking at you, at the two of them potentially going to try and scramble away and further into the forest.
Kel, tell the forest to block their path. I reach out with my mind to the trees that are closest to me, and I ask them to hold.
And then you see that as you make that command or make that request, that the trees sort of mesh. They stretch out branches from the lower levels of their trunks and start to kind of cover this area, almost like creating a dome over the top of it. And you can see within Artem and this elf who's just called Solari kind of dashing around trying to find a path of escape. They can't find one.
Would we know that it's Artem as well?
At this point, you guys, I think, would, and I think we can...
But I don't think I ever interacted with him enough at the party to...
Great. If you saw him at the party, then...
I don't know that I would know who he is.
Didn't you just get stuck
you were
downstairs
stuck
the entire
downstairs.
time? Yeah.
Trying to find a toilet.
Well, in that case, we will say that maybe there are some conversations off camera that happened about
Yeah.
it, and that Nat 20 allowed you to put the pieces of the puzzle together quicker than the others.
I mean, if we've seen them, and are they within the dome?
Yeah, they're within the
with
dome.
us?
No, it's almost like it's creating a sort of dome that you are on the outside of.
Not going anywhere, are you? It's a chance for genuine interaction.
What are you doing within Lathi Forest? Without a guide?
I don't want anything.
I is I. This is a dolly.
I
He
know
knows.
who you are.
Oh, you knows of the last light.
I don't think they know us by that one.
Oh, you thought we was the god killers.
And as you say that, like Solari sort of brings, you can see he's genuinely really frightened.
Oh, we
Brings his
is
hand
not
to
we
his-
is not killing gods. Yes.
What are you doing here?
No, we asked you first.
We're lost.
Well, that's clear. You mentioned something about a task.
A trifling matter. Nothing that would concern. I really don't want to be hurt.
Okay, then tell us why you're here.
Roll me intimidation or persuasion, depending on what you feel you're doing in this moment.
That'll be a 16.
16. We were sent here. Well, not here exactly. We were sent from somewhere to somewhere near here, which we haven't managed to get to, and
By whom?
by the sinless.
You're lucky we found you. You'd have died here.
I know.
Might still.
I know.
Were you going to Taliska?
Yes.
To do what?
To in a sense rule it, and in a sense just be there while everything keep it safe, you know. We were told. Sinners doesn't really ask, doesn't really make requests terribly much, and what with my dear mother being on the Council of Equals and therefore an enemy of the Sinless, it was decided that as an act of penance for that, I was to take on this task to prove the family's loyalty to the Sinless.
So, in other words, if the gems hadn't been destroyed...
This is Solari. He's my, well, he's just my friend, really, who's going to be my Chancellor. Hello.
Now what?
I say we let him die.
Please don't. I haven't really done very much.
Exactly.
Where does your allegiance lie? Your true allegiance.
Well, my brother died. Which was a horrible shock. And I don't want my sister to die.
Where's she?
In Ben Escalon still. It's a sort of collateral thing.
We has been to Escalon.
Have you? Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's a beautiful city. Feels a very long. Looks up at the. A very long way away here.
Not very good wine.
I'm not sure that's true, but we'll leave.
Don't think that.
Sorts of likes a lemon.
Lemon wine's very good.
Kinds of feels maybe like it's not the right kind of thing to be making wine with.
Solari says some people struggle to appreciate the lemon wine. I think
Has
actually.
a very good palate, and I know notes.
How did you end up here?
We were Well, can I just check you're not going to kill me before I tell you, because you said he was going to, and that makes me a little bit nervous.
I haven't made up my mind yet.
No, I know, and that sort of puts pressure on the way I, on my next move.
So you understand the severity of what I'm saying?
Yep.
Could you give us just... We can't. Kill this brother.
Oh!
Oh,
Yes,
I'm going to say, by the way, that they can't overhear anything that you're saying.
We're not going to let him die.
No.
the rock one. The smashing.
Yes, the smashing.
Thoughts I recognize him.
Look, we can say we were just following orders all we like, but we did that. If we want to maybe work towards making that somewhat right. Here's
What did you say earlier? What does the forest do?
Yeah. Exactly.
We're not going to kill him, but we can at least scare him a little bit.
Okay, I just needed to make sure that was the plan.
I'm not going to kill him.
Radiant, you say that as if you haven't done similar things in the past. I'm just
Like I
joking.
said, what does the forest do?
Grow.
Well, the forest is clearly keeping them trapped here. The guy's a complete idiot.
Forrest does what Kelnis asks.
Look, you can lead the horse to water, but, well, next comes the easy part, right? So,
He has horses.
no.
We can't let him die, but God, the guy's an idiot.
Yeah, but maybe... I mean, yeah. Is that really a reason to let someone die?
He could be an asset.
Okay.
In what
But you
way,
just said I'm an
Radiant?
idiot. He's an idiot.
Then he's your responsibility.
He's your idiot.
Fine, I'll look after him.
Does he wants to tie him?
No. He's not going anywhere. And anyway, if he tries to, just get the forest to stop him.
We can't let him die.
Yes.
Maybe his friend.
No.
Well, they can't come with us either.
Then what do we do?
Can you ask? Can the forest lead them out or something?
Can the forest keeps them where they are and feeds them so they doesn't die, but they doesn't go?
I mean, that's not really solving the problem. It's just prolonging it. Some would argue it's worse than death.
What happens if they don't make it out right? Paras kills his sister.
Sounds like it.
Perhaps I could ask the forest to lead them to Eunice.
Mm-hmm.
They would be safe there, out of harm's way.
Wait. How much do you think he knows?
Seemingly not a lot, but we can find that out.
He might know something.
It'd be interesting to know what's going on in Escalon.
Okay.
He was going to be put in charge of Taliska. At the least he should know something.
Yeah. I mean, look who's currently in charge of Taliska.
I mean, she kind of held her own in the end.
True.
But, yeah. Perhaps surely knows he sent an idiot, though, right?
That's probably the point. Idiots are easier to control.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So we haven't decided whether we're going to kill you or not yet, but we want to know a couple of things.
Right.
That's positive. That means you have an opportunity to tip the scales in your favor.
We knows you is an idiot, so.
That's an inside thought.
We all, have our strengths, don't we?
And what's yours?
Very personable. Quite a nice guy.
Good dancer.
How do you know?
Oh, like Escalon, that's a thing, right? Like, there's lots of good parties.
Well, he loved to dance. No, if you're not seeing me at my best, but I'm quite, some people have said I'm quite charming in a sort of non-threatening way, and
You're very young to be put in charge of a city like Taliska.
yeah. But, Solari here is, actually 18. And Solari goes, yeah, I've studied for a while. It's basic bookkeeping, really, and a little bit of law, mainly to do with sort of planning. But I think it should serve us quite well. I think we're quite a good, like on a shared ticket. Yeah, so between us, the two of us, we just thought we'd figure it out once we got there. Yeah, basically.
Sort of graduated recently then.
Yeah, so under different circumstances, I was going to sort of travel a bit and maybe do the 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the 4. Maybe do a bit of MAB. But, things changed in the last couple of months, so that wasn't really on the cards. And then Artem and I were going to go and start just like a business where essentially we sort of go around making memories, and other people can just sort of see those memories and maybe tie it with some sort of brands.
Memories?
Yeah, like we make a memory together, and you can, for a fee, we'll sort of describe them to you.
But you decided...
It's just like a subscription. It's sort of like a subscription thing. But we've got a bit of clout.
Maybe they should die in the forest.
But you decided to rule a city instead. And that seemed like a natural progression?
Well, it wasn't. Puts his hand on Solari. We were, even the plans for the business sort of immediately became apparent when the whole, when the war began, that you weren't going to be able to sort of cross in quite the same way. So.
And you're here because of your sister?
Well, the Sinless demanded an audience. And, I'd already had... It's quite different, Escalon. Now, you can't really go where you want to go, or do what you want to do, or see who you want to see.
Is that because he's there?
Yeah. And the glow. It's quite structured.
So, you knows he is not sinless.
Well, I know he's a bit severe, but I don't... With the greatest respect, he didn't kill any gods, so it's a sort of, when you put the scales and...
And you think we did?
Well, he says you did, and it's quite hard to not met you, so it wasn't anything personal. I'm just, if someone says they've, oh, he's a nice man, owns 3 dogs, I'm going to assume he owns 3 dogs.
But the fact that your mother she believes us, right?
I haven't had a conversation with my mother for a while. Can't get letters in or out.
Would you like to?
Yes, very much, very much, very much. I don't know if she even knows we're all right. And I don't know if she is.
When you were going to take over Taliska, there must have been a way you were going to communicate with the Sinless. He must have given you
Yeah,
something.
well, he gave us, and he goes into his pack, brings out this sending thing. Gave us this.
Oh, put that.
Doesn't work in here at all. I can't get any. I don't know if it's the
Can I
signal.
has
I
it?
don't know if it's signal or yeah.
Can I has it?
Please, let's not mess.
I mean, it's just a complete waste of time. Just hands a sending stone over to you.
I mean, it doesn't work in here, but it feels like it could be something useful to have.
Can't hear or speak through it.
I don't. Okay.
You can have. I mean, it's a rock at this point. It was fine all the way up to here.
And you were speaking to him.
Well, I did a lot of listening. I think that's fair to say. I was in receive.
What would he say?
Just sort of a lot of the same stuff, really, about how he's got my sister, and how I didn't want to let him down, and how I think it was quite hard for him. It was quite. He's been through the ringer with it. I wanted to do what I could to help, but Solari's been a great support to me.
You met in school.
Yeah, we've known each other for a really, really long time. Yeah, we're sort of day ones, really.
Got a question about this subscription.
Yeah, sure. What do you want to know?
How's it going to work?
Like, maybe we were thinking sort of if we could employ a kind of wizard of reasonable quality or
Do you want to
spell
get out of
class.
this forest?
I'd love to.
Okay. maybe that's something that we figure out. Ask them nicely?
Well, Taliska won't be an option for them.
No.
But what if we can get them on the right way to seize a mother?
Are you sure we can't take them with us?
I do not see what benefit they would give us.
I'm saying the benefit is maybe that we be good people, because if we leave them, they probably will die.
I don't think we want to leave them. It's just, well, we can't take them where we're going. And I don't really want to have any kind of hostage situation either.
Do you want to be responsible for the death of another?
No, of course not. But there's another option. Like, instead of just leaving them here, we send them back the way we came.
They managed to make it here from Escalon. The only reason they have not left this forest is because the trees will not let them.
Let's give them a place to go at least.
Arun.
Arun?
To seize the mother.
You want to see your mother, don't you?
Yeah, I really do. Mine's in Escalon, but it'd be nice to see his. Any mother in a storm.
We're going to try and help you out of here, but you need to... When we do, you're going to have to try and find a way back to Barun.
Taliska's not an option.
Even if we're just blend into the crowd.
You understand why we'd be keen for you to not speak to this endless again.
I've got no way of doing it now.
Can I just seize, can you turns out your pockets? He doesn't has another one.
Yeah, no, we can. And him and Solari show you the packs, and it's like the one thing they've been very ordered with their rations. They're kind of idiots, but they're not complete. Mm-hmm. They're not completely useless. There's what you do see is there are no weapons in here. There isn't even a knife for cutting an apple. It's like they are completely defenseless and without the ability to attack. And there's no other sending stone that you see.
Just drops your trousers, squats, and cough.
His hands are on his back.
No.
Look, let's dispense with this endless chat, okay? It's Barabask. Barabask can't know that you've seen us.
Yeah, I mean,
I say that for your benefit more than ours.
okay. So, here's what we say, which is true, in a lot of ways, up to a point, and then it will be lies. And so the trues bits are that we'll just say, look, we went with the gloam. Oh, we went with the gloam, by the way. We went
Wait,
with the.
where are the gloam?
So, I'll start from the beginning. They escorted us. They said it wouldn't be had to go an unusual route. So we went from Escalon with about half dozen of them. We went to Torch, and then they brought us down the mountain pass through the splinters. I don't know if you've ever done that. That's brutal. That's brutal, and you hear a lot of people's memories about it, and they talk about the view, and they talk about how quaint it is, and and actually a lot of the time it's just a lot of walking. I mean, actually, all of it's a lot of walking. That's actually all it is just walking. And so after, say, a couple of weeks of that, we were sort of spent, and then we were told to wait, on the edge of the mountain pass, wait for our signal when Taliska was ready for us to just walk in and just say, right, hello everyone, don't want to mess with things too much. We'll just tickety-boo, this is Solari, he's going to look after some of the planning. And then that was it. And after weeks on the mountain pass, I couldn't really bear to be...
You lost your stomach for ruling?
No, I lost my stomach for mountain passes, really. So I just sort of thought, well, we could just go on the edge of the forest because the forest looked so nice. And the gloam said, well, no, they didn't really talk ever so much, but what they did say was they really impressed upon us that we were not allowed to go in the forest. And got to a point where I said, you know what, if I'm going to rule a city, then actually I'm going to put my blooming foot down. And so I did. We went in with one of the gloam, and he was immediately killed by a tree. And then that was sort of it. Here we are. I felt like we'd walked maybe 20 yards in and I can't get out. And we'd been there for like a week. And what I'll say is that this forest just spat us out again. And then we went to Barun. If that's the way you'd like us to go.
Yeah, I think so. I'd like to know that you're not going to try and get in contact with your old friends again.
Barabask.
Yeah, any of them.
I wouldn't call us friends, really. We are sort of work. I mean, even within a work, there's like a structure there, but he's, quite a long way up.
Kel kind of grabs Dolly, shepherds Dolly away from them a little bit. I think the forest would have killed them if they were bad.
Okay. I just don't want him to get any ideas.
They're not bad, they're just stupid.
They're just stupid. Elowen's right. We could send them to Lennox in Taliska with instructions for him to see that they get to Barun.
But getting them anywhere near Taliska is kind of completing the mission a little bit.
He said they were just going to walk into Taliska. He doesn't have the power to take over a city.
No, I guess not.
And they don't know any of the gloam or the web in Taliska.
Okay.
Without the sending stone. In fact, with the sending stone, we could tell Barabask that we've killed them.
We could.
The less he knows about anything that we're doing, the better.
You said maybe we could use them.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
How much was your memories plan, the business? What would you have charged for a memory?
Artem looks at Solari, and Solari so basically, it's like there's tiers. So
Crying?
like the most basic thing, levels. So like the most basic thing would just be
Stairs.
you get some, we would
you'd hear some memories, maybe we write them down, send them to a postal address. You could read them.
Oh God, I hope the forest swallows me whole.
And then for a bit more, so that might be 10 gold a month. And then
But if someone wants us to use...
it's high quality, by the way. It's like Raya.
If someone wants us to use...
Is that a dragon?
It's like the League.
If someone wants to uses your business,
Yeah.
how much would they charge to go sell, to give the memories to people?
Well, we'd probably outsource that to like a logistics.
Shut up and listen.
Yep.
Takes a memory of this.
He does something. He does something with his face. It's really hard to tell what he thinks he's doing.
Yeah.
Real urgent.
We didn't kill any gods. It was not us. We is goods peoples. And a Barabask is nuts. Now you goes and we gives,
And he reaches in and just pulls out 1 gold and hands it over and goes,
and you goes and you just tells everyone.
Why don't you go start your business with that?
Solari, is that seed capital?
I think that might be seed capital. Yeah. No, great. Great.
Great.
Solari,
Yeah.
It's insufferable.
Artem,
Yes.
we just came from Taliska. It's very sticky.
All down Lennox's stairs.
Oh my god.
Right. Yeah. You've just been there. Oh, is it fallen to?
Put it this way, you're not going to be
No.
marching in and taking over the city anytime
I-
soon.
you know,
Anything quite the opposite.
I sort of suspect. I mean,
You're really not going to want to go to Taliska and tell them what you were sent there originally to do.
Oh, they will just kill you like.
Yeah, it'd be pretty stupid. to do
We've
that.
been there and it's got some of the most ferocious people we've ever met.
Oh my god.
They'll kill you on sight.
Yeah.
But with your idea for memories,
It's a very creative city. Entrepreneurial.
Well,
Small businesses are encouraged and,
Artem puts his hand in a sort of consoling manner on Solari's shoulder and sort of half mouths to you.
He did an internship there. A really good experience.
Artem, we're going to give you an address
Okay, great. Yep, fire
of a
away.
very rich gentleman
Oh, brilliant. Fire away.
who's looking to make memories for the city.
Mm-hmm.
If you tell him that we sent you,
Yeah, which you did. So that's not a lie.
no.
It's great.
and specifically, he'll know this,
Yeah.
that Pamela sent him.
Right. Yep.
He'll know that it's us.
All right.
Please instruct him to give you all the money you need to start up your business. Because we think it's got legs.
So we would still do, hey guys.
No, you can.
We'd still do the sort of, hey guys, today these are the 5 best places to get tacos in
Reaches in
Taliska.
his bag, puts his hand in, does this, and pulls out the ring that was given by the Council of Equals.
Oh,
Just shuts up and go.
right.
Your mother would want
Would
you
want
to
me
go.
to go. I'll go. Happy to go. Happy to go. We'll get out your hair.
Got any names for the business?
We
It's better than gooey yummy.
we were thinking originally we were gonna do alphagram or like we not really.
She'll be really lovely.
Go on.
You love your mum, don't you?
I love my mum.
What about call it Mummy's Memories?
Oh my god. No, maybe.
What a lovely idea.
Do you think the forest might kill me?
What a way to honour her.
You ask nice enough.
That's a really lovely idea.
We could make a pact, Elowen.
Mummy's
I'll kill
memories.
you, you kill me.
Yeah, I think if it
It
gets
doesn't really
further-
say anything about the business and what it does, though.
But that's why it's provocative.
It's not provocative. He's not going to be a disruptor in the space with that kind of name.
No, that's the thing.
What gets the people?
Solari sort of leans
With
forward.
you.
Actually, to be clear, actually isn't a space. We're sort of going into a new ground and finding an audience. It's a lot of untapped stuff, I think.
A lot of potential.
Yeah, so this is just great for us.
This is beyond what we could have hoped, really, when we just saw
the god killer's coming towards us. This is actually better than we dared dream.
We has another name now. It's called the Last Light.
Because God Killers isn't actually that descriptive as you might have been able to
Because
tell.
we didn't steal that.
And you really didn't.
No.
Do we seem capable?
I don't think so, really. And also, you've got Mummy's Mummy's ring, Mummy's memories. That's a memory in my mummy, which I'm grateful for.
Should have died in nature.
Cal, can you please?
Come and get rid of them. Please, come and get rid of them.
Of course.
Please.
Not in a bad, nasty death way.
No, they is just going to take you out.
We've just got
On.
places.
Take you out. There's going to take you out.
Right, I bloody knew it. I
gonna
bloody
take
knew
care
it was
of
going to end like this. I knew it was going to end like this. Now I feel stupid for telling you about the business because all you're going to do is start Mummy's memories without us, and no one's going to know it was our idea. And actually, that's the worst thing to come out of this. That's a bloody shame.
We're definitely not going to call it that. That's for sure.
Perhaps if you go to a taco stand named Gooey Yummy, you can pitch your idea there as well.
Why would they?
Just finds any business in the entire city and goes up to them and says, "We has an ideas for another business as well."
Perception.
Like, sort of like...
And they will ask, "Does it have anything to do with our business?" And you will go, "Not at all."
But, mentors in different sectors actually is a really powerful thing.
I'm gonna lose my contact lens. Fucking taco stand and say, we want to
Start an influence business.
It's like going to a McDonald's and being like, I'm gonna start a tech company.
The person on the front desk at McDonald's. Hello, burgers. Can I speak to whoever makes the chips?
A great idea for an iPhone.
Because some assassins who killed my brother.
I don't know that.
I know.
Okay.
Right. Kel says, get your stuff together.
Yep. And they sort of gather their packs and we are.
Kel asks the trees to shepherd them out
To Gooey Yummy.
to the edge of the forest, as close to Taliska as the edge of the forest gets.
You think you maybe almost hear the forest go, oh. But what you see is this pathway sort of open in this dome of trees and grass. Oh. It's been, honestly, it's been so much nicer
Just
to meet
go.
you than I would have anticipated.
We're sorry you guys have been through a lot.
It's been really rough, actually, thank you. I wish you could have met my brother, you would have loved him. He's really into stuff like this, just meeting people and having a proper... He was great.
What did you like about him?
He just was really authentic. What you see was... What you see is what you get, is what he used to say about himself. What you see is what you get with me.
You said he died.
Yeah.
What? How did he die?
It was a sort of an accident, I think, at a party.
An accident.
I hope so. Because the alternative is that someone killed him, and I just don't really think I want to live in a world where that would happen.
Why would someone want to kill your brother?
I don't know. But he was I really don't know.
We can't change the past as much as we might like to sometimes.
Yeah. But we can make more memories.
Yes, we can.
We're really sorry about your brother.
Oh, that's all right. It's not your fault.
So, you should probably get going.
Yeah. We'll go. We'll head off. Slary, do you want to? Slary goes to get a little card. If you're ever
I'll take
Yeah.
it.
just for, it's always good to
What
sort
does
of.
it say?
If you ever need, it's just our names really.
So, how, before you goes, how many times in Orphans Woods he speaks to you when this was working?
I don't know. I don't know if I think maybe the Gloam were feeding things back to him. So if I was really tired one day on the pass, and I just said I just need to rest, and he sent me a message then. Said he just reminded me that he still had my sister. So I had a bit more of a spring in my step the next morning.
If
I mean, she's actually so much tougher than me. Actually, she'd really be quite a good ruler. But I think maybe she's never worried about pleasing people.
What's her name?
Yakta, I believe. Let me just check that.
so, we is goings to tell a Barabbas we has killed him.
I really don't think we should.
I just don't think we should talk to Barabbas.
Yakta.
Artem, I just want to say, to give you a bit of peace of mind, I'm not entirely sure, but I think the Sinless is acting on behalf of the same people who are responsible for the death of your brother.
Do you?
Yes. I think you've been lied to, and I'm sorry.
I really don't understand why all this has had to happen, you know.
Neither do we.
It is not for us to understand.
Just seems a bit of a waste.
We were like you once.
Really?
Yeah. Acting under the orders of other people who seem more powerful than us. Not really questioning it. And then one day we said we've had enough.
That's very brave.
But don't does that now. Does what we want.
No, I'll do. Well, I'll go.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll say no to them by saying yes to you.
Yes.
It's the start of a new adventure, in a way. If you ever, I think you're probably quite important in all this, seemingly, even if things are a bit different to what we were told. But if there's anything you could ever do to make sure that my sister was, I'd be really grateful. I know I'm just a bit of I sort of know what I am. But she doesn't really.
I think that's something that we'd like to do, if we can.
And as I said, if you met me under different circumstances, I'm quite charming. I can be. So
You gotta be to start a business.
Yeah, you do. You gotta. I mean, and we've just said work hard, play hard, and that's gonna be. We're gonna have that like a little manuscript of that made and just stick it up and just be like yes, which I'm excited about. So we'll maybe do that in Taliska then.
Gooey yummy.
Thank you. That taco stand.
Yes.
Yep.
It may not be the best idea.
But it is good food.
It is good food.
I'd really like a taco at the moment.
Better get going then.
Do you know if they do corn tortillas as well as flour?
Only one ways to find out.
You're right. And the two of them. Well, good luck.
You too.
Thank you.
Take a memory.
Oh. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. Good, that one's in.
incredible to think that's one of the oldest and most powerful families in Reliquia.
And they sort of disappear, and you see that as they start to walk down this kind of corridor of bracken and branches, it's sort of closing behind them.
Do you ever think to question why we did it?
I mean,
No?
it didn't seem like any other alternative at the time. It's not the only mission any of us were given.
I mean, he was a dick, but he didn't deserve to die.
You didn't know that?
No. I don't know that. Do you not think that maybe all of this, all of everything we've done, now that we know more stuff, was all part of a much wider plan?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it is.
What does a forest do?
It grows.
Tells I about this. So if he is sensing something and I listens, does he knows I has listened?
What? Oh, you have to.
So if a Barabask is sending something and I uses it, does a Barabask know I has used it?
You'll know the message has been
Received. So be very careful.
I will put it away for now.
Trust me, I don't know that we want him to know what we're doing. Even if it's not true. He seems like a tough person to fool.
And one stone goes to one stone. He must has a lot of stones.
Well, we have two right here. 3 right now.
1, 2, 3. 3.
Good counting.
Thank you.
The stag awaits.
The stag. Oh my god.
Stag's gone. Yeah, you see that the stag has just waited, staring, and it's just sort of staring at you, waiting for you.
What do you think of them?
It just looks at you.
Can you seize it now? Can you seize it now?
No.
What did it do?
Nothing.
Well, not missing much, seemingly.
And it sort of waits for you to rejoin it.
After you, big scale.
I hope they make it to Taliska. And I look to the stag and I say, lead on.
And its head turns again. And again the trees begin to move and you continue deeper into the forest. And after a while, the forest slows. And you become aware that the ground beneath your feet is becoming marshy, boggy. Trees are rotting and splintered, broken here. An unusual find here in this forest that seems to be so full of constant life and you also see let's have you all roll perception checks. 16.
14.
14.
9.
9.
17.
17.
15.
15. Everyone apart from... When you see this, you see these little clusters of mushrooms. Almost kind of narrow domed mushrooms with large gill-like pores almost in them, holes in them. And you guys, with the exception of Kelnis, who we'll come to in a minute, you recognize them as they look kind of somnium adjacent. And you recognize them, Kel, as Lathysomnium, the version of the mushroom that you are
very familiar with the version of the mushroom that you would have expected to see here. The tallest is like sort of 6 foot, but really most of them are much smaller than that. None of them are those kind of great, extraordinary, multicoloured, phosphorus, spory ones that you saw down at the Four Forests and towards the Old Dark.
Always with the fucking mushrooms.
And you're
Is somnium.
Doesn't look like somnium.
Yeah, different colour.
It is lathisomnium.
What's the difference?
It is not as potent.
and for the interests of anyone who's kind of wondering, given everything that you did with themselves and the mushrooms and what themselves did in their final moments, you guys are immune from the effects of even lathisomnium. We're not going to be getting back into wisdom saves for everything. But this marshy ground becomes more dank and wet underfoot. And eventually it leads you to a little dilapidated cabin. This clearing, rotting wood. The thatch on this roof has collapsed in on itself. There are plants that are growing out of this teetering chimney. And now there would have been what you think maybe is like a raised platform on which maybe herbs would have grown. It's like just sort of broken, almost scaffolding now. Can you roll me a luck check, Kel?
10.
10.
We've never had that before, have we?
No. I call that a success, just.
Oh.
A success in whatever form this is. This is the place at first you look at it and there seems to be no reason why Lathi would have brought you here. It's not a place you've ever been. It's certainly not a place you recognise. And then you remember, dredged up from somewhere, from the bog at the back of your brain, you remember your time with the Circle of Wildfire. And when you think of that circle, the person who was always closest to your mind, in terms of your affections, was Elra. This vivacious, passionate, brilliant elf your age, who you trained with in your early days, but for whom aspects of this training were more arduous. And when rituals happened, when somnium would be used to allow you guys to dream, she always found it harder to resist the urge to do more of that. And she found herself caught in this spiral. And all of that life and joy started to leave her. And all that effervescence that she had just became cloudy and foggy and still. And it's a long, 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 long time since you saw her. But you remember her talking about her home. What she really considered her home. And she told you about a little hut in the woods. And this raised decking on which she would grow her herbs. And it occurs to you that that's what you're looking at.
This is strange.
It's wet.
This is not one of my memories. Or it is, but it is not mine.
Whose is it?
I had a friend when I was training as a druid. For a few short years. Her name was Elra. Full of life. insomnium was part of the set of rituals that we did. But for Elra, it became much more. I was asked to speak with her, to stop her, to save her from herself. We were close. But I was too lost in myself. I refused to help. And for other reasons, I left the circle.
Do you regret it?
I do, now. At the time, I did not want the responsibility. I did not want... It was not my task to do. But now I wish I had. Though we were not lovers, Elra was a very dear friend. This was her home.
It's not your fault.
I know.
Sometimes people don't want to be saved.
I do not know what actually happened to Elra. I left her in the care of the Circle of Wildfire. I turned to the stag. Is this what you would have me see?
The stag lowers its head barely perceptibly, as if to say yes.
Thank you. Is there more?
Another tiny nod.
Show me.
And the stag raises up on its hind legs and brings its front hooves down. A dull, wet thud. And something twists from the hut. Twisting and swirling. Spores and dust and dank and green. And what the rest of you see is a spectre, a spirit, face covered, darkness within a deep green hood that is almost rotting away from a female figure.
Cal?
Kelnis, what you see is Elra, all the things she was. You see her dancing joyfully in the rain. And then in another moment, she is staring into the middle distance, mid-ritual, addled by something. Then she laughs beside a fire. And when you see her, she is a manifestation of everything that you ran from here, your guilt, your shame. And her voice, when she calls out, is guilt and shame as more and more spectral versions of her spring up in this marshy land. And that's where we'll end our session.
What?
Cool. Cool.
Uh-oh.
Right.
Well.
Well, I'm going to stop the music and everything. Thank you very much for joining us for our first episode from our new studio in the world of Reliquia from Natural Six Towers.
Our nudio.
I don't like it.
No, I
don't like it.
It's doing a
I'll
lot.
have to go along with it.
No, it's doing a lot of things that I don't like.
Yeah.
No, I like it a lot.
So that's we will be back in a fortnight for the conclusion. I've started doing more cliffhangers with the combat music. What do you think?
Yeah, that was good. I thought I was ready to go. I was like,
Yeah.
Do you know what? Let's put the music back on. Let's go.
Fuck
2 hours,
Fuck
great.
another 2 hours. So we will be back in a fortnight with you getting to see the next part of that story, which of course in between now and then we will be playing. But obviously this has been a big gap. This has been a big gap. We've got lots of stuff to discuss. And we're going to go off and discuss that right now in our post-show, which is called Action Surge. But we don't release that at all, right? Is that? We don't that's just for us. That's just like it's a little treasure for us.
No,
like the behind the scenes.
No, actually, there's a few ways in which you can watch it.
Elucidate.
Well, so, if you wanted to wait a week, it will be on YouTube, the very place that you're watching this right now, maybe.
That's fab. And actually, if you want to help us make the show, then really just supporting us by watching or listening whenever this naturally comes out in its regular release cadence is gorgeous.
And commenting as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely
Engagement,
interact.
Yeah. However, there is another way.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I feel like
what's
bloody
the other
Solarian Artem here, learning about new possibilities.
It's unlocking everything with cash.
So almost like a
Seed capital.
Yeah, seed capital, almost like a version of they'd see our memories, and maybe they'd be written down.
Maybe they would be. Maybe they would be actual memories.
And where would you access something like this?
I think patreon.com.
/
That's what that is all along. That's what that's been.
Yeah, what did you think it was?
I had no idea. Everyone just kept saying this word, and I was going.
You thought it was a local
nodding.
swimming pool, didn't you?
I was just
right?
nodding.
Yeah.
Can you do it though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go on. Actually, you know what would really help us out?
We do need the money.
You know what would really help us out? Do we still have a sort of taster that you can get?
Yeah. You when you join, there's a tier called Welcome to Reliquia.
Oh.
And
you are welcome.
It's a little free trial tier, and in there is a whole bunch of content that you can check out. There's episodes of Eyes, there's DM Us, there's Clark's the Broken Pebble,
Really?
there's Behind the DM Screen.
Oh, is that going out?
No.
Well, only sometimes.
Again. There's a whole bunch of stuff, and you can check out what we do because there's loads of stuff on the Patreon.
But actually, one of the great things is you can access the episode of Action Surge that we're about to record.
Oh.
Now.
Now.
Right now.
Right now. It's available now.
I mean, to be honest, I think probably quite a lot of people have clicked away anyway. Thank you for not. And
There's a massive drop off.
Yeah, of course there is. I mean, they're not insane. This is.
Will there be a drop off?
Is this
so
the
I can
show?
say whatever I want?
No, not whatever you want. Most of us can say whatever we want, but I don't think it's.
I'll say whatever I want.
No, you won't.
Okay, so we're going to go. We have
Patreon.com /natural6.
Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you very soon for more adventures in the world of
Reliquia.
Bye.